As the 1930s dawned, Conroe and Montgomery County were not immune to the impact of the Great Depression. But in 1931, wildcatter George W. Strake struck oil just east of Conroe. It didn't take long for things to change dramatically in what would become known as the Miracle City. Indeed, as new residents flocked to Conroe and Montgomery County, businesses followed. Strake's discovery would lead indirectly to the formation of a new Chamber of Commerce, an organization that today proudly celebrates its 90th anniversary year. An ad in the May 18, 1934 issue of the Conroe Courier called for the formation of a Chamber of Commerce, which was one of the new mayor's Harry Crichton's top priorities. Many area businesses endorsed the chamber by placing ads within the ad. The popular Birch Hotel at Thompson and Phillip Street was the site of the first planning meeting for the soon-to-be-formed Montgomery County Chamber of Commerce. In a flurry of activity during the summer of 1934, the chamber created its structure, named an inaugural board of directors, and set about the task of promoting business in and around the growing region. As the chamber was launched, 3 local businesses were among the dozens of charter members who pledged their time and resources to make the chamber a success. This included the Lufkin-Conroe Telephone Company, Gulf States Utilities, and the Conroe Courier newspaper. Today, these 90-year members are better known as Consolidated Communications, Entergy, and the Houston Chronicle, Houston Community Newspapers, owners of the Courier. The chamber first met in the famous log cabin that was constructed in the 1920s at the corner of the old Montgomery County Courthouse. The cabin also housed Conroe City Hall. It was dismantled in the mid-1930s. Through the years, as the chamber operation grew, it would seek additional space, moving to the second floor of the Enterprise Building above Clark's Pharmacy on the west end of the Courthouse Square in the 1940s and 50s. In 1960, it moved to the Surrey Building on West Phillip Street, then to a larger building on the corner of West Phillips and Pacific Streets in 1967. Finally, in 1999, the current chamber office was built and dedicated thanks to the efforts of past chairmen like Don Buckaloo, David Friday, John Burge, and many others.
The Chamber's had multiple locations, and we're happy to own our facility here. But regardless of where the location has been, and historically they've been downtown around the courthouse area where a lot of the commerce and all the traffic was coming, since we are the county seat of Montgomery County. It doesn't matter where the chamber is physically located, it's our reach and it's our networking, I think, that positions us to help drive business in our area.
As Conroe and Montgomery County grew, the chamber also grew, and its influence increased as well. Led by civic-minded business leaders, the chamber took the lead with critical areas such as transportation and roads, agriculture, legislative affairs, and overall business promotion. It also served as a conduit for coordinating major community events.
I think the chamber has a long history of starting new things. The chamber was the place where people came to meet and vet ideas. From that, we have the Montgomery County Fair Association, which actually started as a committee of the Chamber of Commerce and has evolved into their own entity and does a lot of amazing things and raises a lot of money for those kids during the fair time. Leadership Montgomery County started as Leadership Conroe, and that started here at the Chamber, empowering organization, and a lot of other different events that we host on an annual basis, events that have been going on for 30 plus years, from Lobster Fest to the Chairman's Ball that we do on an annual basis that brings the community together to celebrate the previous year's accomplishments of what the Chamber has done. So I think the Chamber also played an important part for just development of the infrastructure around our area. The Chamber was the place people came to meet, talk about the different ideas. Leaders from other parts of the state and the country would come and find the chamber and have those meetings. But from some of those meetings, the development of Lake Conroe through partnership with the city of Houston, and then the airport. The airport is one of the biggest things that helps drive the economic engine here. Organizations and companies are looking for a place to land, and we have a customs facility at our airport.
Such ambitious planning and execution could not take place without the vision and foresight of men and women who would take the chamber from its humble beginnings to bigger and brighter horizons.
By the 1980s, the role of women in the community had been elevated. Charlie Muller was a member of the household of the Monty Hawthorne, the Hawthorne family that owned and operated one of the largest businesses in Montgomery County at the time, that being the Conroe creosote plant. And she had established herself as a very strong leader in her business and in the community. She had earned the right to be the first woman chairperson of the chamber. And I served during that period of time along with her, and she got things done. She was a very decisive person. In fact, she's still alive today and very much an energetic person to this day.
As other communities throughout Montgomery County emerged, such as the Woodlands, Oak Ridge North, Magnolia, Montgomery and Willis, as well as the eastern sections of the county, the scope and focus of the chamber adjusted as well. While the incorporated name of the chamber remains the Montgomery County Chamber of Commerce, our branded name has been tweaked over time, eventually becoming the Lake Conroe Chamber. The mission, however, has remained the same.
The chamber is important because it fosters the right kind of business environment that's important to my family's practice and to my children who are growing up here, and my grandchildren that are growing up here, and they'll be enjoying the fruits of our labors today and what the chamber has done that goes unheralded sometimes, but nonetheless is so important to the vitality of our community and the future of our community.
A chamber is nothing without its membership. This is the lifeblood of the organization. With more than 1,000 members currently on its rolls, the Chamber is laser focused on enhancing the investment that each member makes when it decides to join. The quality of the networking, marketing, professional business development, special events, and legislative affairs must always be of value to the member businesses.
It means a lot that the Chamber has been here for so long and has contributed to the community for so long. One of the things about owning a preschool is that my kids graduate and they leave me and they grow up, and I can offer, a wonderful environment for them here where they can thrive, but once they leave my walls, I just really feel like I need to make sure that they have a community they can live in that does the same thing. Well, I feel very connected to the people and to the community through it, and it means a lot to me. I formed so many relationships with people who are truly my friends, and I enjoy being around them. The meetings are fun, the events are fun, but it's just a very authentic relationship, and I'm very loyal to the Chamber.
As the Chamber moves towards a full century of operation, its members can be assured that keeping business connected will always be the Chamber's primary mission.